This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dental work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change, my mind frame is.
The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between the AFC Pro Bowl team and the NFC Pro Bowl team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hey, check that.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The NFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to go down again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 68 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The NFC takes possession here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Hurts throw pulled in by Lamb. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the AFC. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the NFC, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely